Zach Pryor here on the Project series. What is the purpose of the series? What I want to do is, over the next 12 months, till next year's NPC Nationals, I want to track everything that I'm doing, document as much as we can, to really give you as much of a behind the scenes, the good, the bad, the ugly, darker side of bodybuilding, I guess you could say, and really what it takes to, live the bodybuilding lifestyle, for better or for worse. And so my goal by this time next year would be to earn my pro at NPC Nationals, which at the time that we're shooting, it was this last weekend. And so I want to showcase all the trials and tribulations and all the work, the monotony, the over and over and over repetitive processes, the reps that it takes to go through this lifestyle and to have the chance to go pro. And then if going pro happens, what it takes to continuously advance through there. And so with this, there's no guarantees. Over the next 12 months, you're going to see me put in a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice, a lot of discipline, all the shit. It's going to be a lot. And that no matter what I do, it does not guarantee me that I will get that end result. But that's why we do it, right? And so I'm going to make myself as competitive as possible and do everything I can to make myself the absolute best I've ever been, but also give you guys an inside look onto what that looks like as much as possible, from the diet and the training, the drugs, the performance enhancing drugs, the anabolic androgenic steroid use, peptides, literally everything that I can think of, and no holds barred. I will not hold anything back. And then along with this video series in more of a documentary style, I'm going to provide the documents and the spreadsheets where I'm tracking everything on a daily basis. So you will see literally everything that goes into my body, all of my training, everything that I do to my body, my biometrics, my sleep, anything that I can possibly think of. All right. Growing up in my teenage years and into my early 20s, I've spent probably a good, cumulatively, about 2.5 years incarcerated from being a juvenile to being in and out of county jail. So during that period of time, I feel like I had a lot of some sort of certain aggressive energy and no sort of outlet, and I channeled whatever youthful masculine aggression through self-destructive behaviors. And so I did drugs and got in fights and just robbing houses, people, all the crazy shit. I can laugh about it now, but I spent a lot of time locked in a cell, with my freedom taken away, alone with my own thoughts, and I actually started lifting when I was 17 into my 18th year. While I was incarcerated, there was weight training sort of program for the kids that were on good behavior. So that's where I started getting into lifting. And then after I got out, I just went back to my old habits, went back to my old ways, whatever. Got in trouble, spent a little bit more time getting arrested, getting locked up. And then I eventually got back into the gym, and the gym helped to bring me out of that lifestyle and gave me a sense of confidence and even a sense of purpose, right? Even just that, just putting on muscle and making myself like become a bodybuilder, right? Really helped take that self-destructive energy, call it testosterone or masculine energy, whatever you want to call it, and I was able to channel it through training and bodybuilding into more productive, constructive, to make a better version of myself, right? And since then, I've not only experienced just physical growth, but much more mental and character development. Now I'm much different from where I was, just over 10 years ago, when I started getting into lifting seriously. And bodybuilding has essentially saved my life. And if it wasn't for bodybuilding, I would have been involved in all the wrong shit, and I probably would not be in a very good place by now. A lot of the people that I grew up with and that I was around, especially when I was incarcerated, are not here. Whether they're in a penitentiary somewhere or they have been killed through, drugs or violence or anything like that. So I'm very lucky that I did not become a statistic through that, and bodybuilding was the catalyst out of that sort of lifestyle. So that's why bodybuilding has always been very important to me, because like I said, it's saved my life and has made me a better person and helps me to continuously grow as a person. So I want to show just that bodybuilding can not only be physical improvement and physical development, but if you approach it in the right way, that it can help you in all aspects of life. It can help you grow as a person. For me, it's driven me to be more disciplined, work harder. It's helped me build up a work ethic. I'm very deep into like the self-improvement stuff, and it's given me a sense of self-confidence that was not there before, right? And that's helped me tremendously in believing in myself. And I want to give a different side, because I think the majority of people think that bodybuilding is a very selfish and vain and superficial sport, which, to be fair, it kind of is, very much so. But when you really get into it, and like I said, if you approach it the right way, and if you look at it from a way to improve your overall well-being and not just looking good in the mirror, I think it can help people, young or older into their adult years, change who they are as a person. My story, along with what I'm doing now, and showing that you can get in this and you can create a sense of purpose and a sense of self-discipline, that it starts off as just being something superficial and something as simple as just like, hey bro, I just want to get bigger biceps and look jacked for chicks, to completely changing who you are as a person for the better. And in bodybuilding and fitness, you are going to see a lot of people, there's a lot of ego, it can be very shallow and superficial in a lot of ways. Like, that is kind of the negative aspect to it. But like I said, you just have to look at it from a different lens, and you don't want to lose your humanity, and you don't, I try to keep my ego in check as much as possible. I want to inspire anybody, young or old, especially like the younger generation as well, of approaching this in a different way. Obviously, where I'm going to be, talking about the performance enhancing side of things, I think that is so out in the open now in this modern day and age that the younger generation, they're just going to use it or they're not. I don't, at this point, it's just so far out in the open that I would rather be open about my use and what I do and all of the risk mitigation and the safe use that I do, so that way you can get a full scope of everything it takes to do this, and do this from as healthy as a way as possible while still pushing the envelope. Over the next 12 months, I'm going to show you everything that it takes to push the envelope. No holds barred. I will hold nothing back. I'll give you any ounce of information that I possibly can, from the drugs, the diet, the training, the cardio, just everything possible to inform and hopefully entertain and hopefully provide some sort of value to the world. So day one of the project. So nice chest and shoulder day. Can track everything, log in everything, have it uploaded to the spreadsheet so you guys keep track. And let me know, what else you guys want to see. We're going to cover training, recovery, food, all that sort of stuff, anything we can think of. So yeah, we're just getting started. So this is going to be 52 weeks almost to the day from now, all the way into each and every show that we do. So we got technically 4 shows next year, maybe possibly even 5. So it's going to be a busy year. So we got about 4.5 weeks of putting on a little bit more size, and we start cutting down for our first show here in April. So yeah, anything else you can think of?
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, go to my Patreon. If you want to keep track of all the spreadsheet where I keep track of all my diet, my training, nutrition, cardio, recovery, all my drug PD protocols, everything you could possibly think of that I'm keeping track of, you can go access it right now. We're out. I can't even do that. My shoulders are too pumped. I can't even kiss my bicep. There we go.